The first time that I came to Waikecha was to install a whole set of experiments to measure the amount of carbon that was in these forests. One approach, an experimental approach where we actually physically try to remove clouds from a portion of forest, has been completely missing. When you're in the Waikecha forest, you're standing on like the roof of the Amazon, looking down at this massive lowland basin, and when the air starts to heat up, the clouds start to move up the valley. It doesn't look like cloud anymore, it just looks like fog, it's all around you. Cloud forests are a specific type of tropical forest, characterized by vegetation that's adapted to getting lots of moisture coming in from the clouds. A large area of the earth are basically fed by fresh water from cloud forests up in the highlands. As the climate gets warmer, the warm air will tend to make the cloud base higher. Portions of cloud forest suddenly will be left high and dry. Bromeliads, ferns, mosses, if those clouds go, many of those species will go too. We're here now in the middle of the cloud forest, standing on top of a 50-meter tall tower, and it's all because a few years ago I had the idea to somehow try and exclude cloud water from a portion of this forest, to try and understand what future changes in cloud abundance might do to a forest like this. We're now weeks away from installing two 30-meter tall towers just over there, and between them will be suspended a fine mesh curtain about 30 meters wide, and it'll go all the way down to the ground. And the idea is that as the fog comes in, the small cloud droplets will hit the mesh fabric and they'll be intercepted by this curtain, and that will leave the forest behind the mesh relatively dry, as if it was, say, in 100 years time. And then we're going to make a whole series of measurements of carbon stocks and fluxes to try and understand how this changes in cloudiness might change, whether it's a net carbon source or sink, and so how it might contribute to climate change. We can, to some extent now, because of this experiment, know whether these plants will indeed be more vulnerable or whether they'll be more resistant, and we can potentially take measures to reduce those threats.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.